Here's a play from Clemson, their final drive where they went down and scored. Right here, Clemson is in trips left, and they end up running 4 verticals. And very obvious right here by Ohio State that they're in zone coverage as opposed to man coverage based off of what these guys are doing. They're sitting there staring at the quarterback. Very obvious when those guys are in man when they're in zone. One high look. It's great to run 4 verticals, and we'll play it and see exactly what takes place. Ball snap, get a little bit of a fake. He knows he's probably got that guy to get out for the check down, but we'll continue to play it. Looks like Trevor's eyes go over here to the single. He doesn't really like it. He just gets a little play fake to try to keep those backers just a little bit. He drops. Now he's reading that safety. He's got a seam coming across. We got a seam going down there. Actually, I think they switch it. He ends up going outside. And he comes down the seam. And so he steps up looking for that seam. Really probably could have drilled it right there on the seam if he would have been aware, but maybe he's checking that safety and sees that safety is rolling that way. Now he knows this guy's working that direction. Got the corner that's playing off right here. So he steps up, does a good job avoiding a little bit of a pressure, and that's a big window right there in between those backers to that seam coming across the field for a big play right there in the final drive. But we'll look at it one more time. Again, 4 verticals against 1 high zone defense. Should be killer. Eyes go to the single, doesn't like it. He comes back across. He's got a seam coming in right here. Could probably drill it to him, but if he's looking at that safety, if you look at the strap on his helmet, it looks like he maybe is looking at the safety and he's working off just a little bit. So he steps up, steps around a little bit of a pressure, and he finds the seam coming all the way across the field for a big, easy completion right there in the final drive. Here's Clemson's last drive, and they have a really good drive starter. What they have is they have a couple of double slants running over here from the field, and then they've got hitches over here to the boundary. And I don't exactly know what they would be looking for as far as which side they're going, but me personally, what I would say is it's pretty obvious. His zone covers, their eyes are inside. So what we're looking for is it 1 or 2 high look. If it's a 2 high look, we want to go to the double slants. If it's a 1 high look, we can slide over here with zone coverage and throw those hitches. Probably throwing to the outside hitch versus cover 3 if it's zone. But right here we'll play and see exactly what takes place. Right here he's dropping, and I think you can see Trevor Lawrence's eyes go right there to see that it's a split safety look. So he says, all right, we're going to double slants. Doesn't really like that first slant. That linebacker's a little bit close. So he resets and he goes outside, puts the outside slant. The biggest thing about that is very accurate. On a double slant, a lot of times you don't want to lead that guy. You don't want to make it look like a perfect throw on air where that guy's just running through the ball. You want to try to slow him down, put it on his chest just like he does right here. And it slows him down, lets him protect the ball with his body, and then he's able to catch the ball, feel comfortable, not running into that safety. And he makes a clean catch right there. Good drive starter, takes the completion, and right there he's able to break a little bit of tackle and get close to the first down. But we can see what happens on the other side as well. Maybe they stay 1 high, maybe he stays low. They could still stay over here and throw these double slants because I think it's still fine. But if you're just looking through the rules, against 1 high look, you'd probably come over here looking for this hitch. And if he would have done that, he could have thrown that outside hitch right there on time for a completion as well and gotten out of bounds. But right there, good drive starter in that last drive for Clemson. Here's a clip of Clemson running a simple screen. They start off in empty. Not sure exactly why or what I'm sure they're trying to get Ohio State to work on their empty check so then they can get into it later in the game. But then they motion ETN back into the backfield. The blocking for this is very similar to what we do on our double screen. But right here you can see they're setting to C-gap. He sets to C-gap as well, just washing the ends by. ETN looks like he's outside. He's about to outside release, and he's going to chip that defensive end, which maybe they did that a little bit in this game. Chipped a little bit and then tried to release him or got him onto the linebackers. But right here it looks like he's about to chip, and then he steps back, and they toss him the ball right here. And he actually ends up scoring on this play, so it was a really big play. I personally don't really like the footwork or where that back ends up. I'd rather him be a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, maybe have him jab out and then come back on maybe an angle or widen out and then come back in so that when he catches it, I would rather him be here as opposed to sitting here 5 yards deep. Don't want a guy to have to run 5 yards before he gets any positive gain. Right there, I just feel like he's a little bit deep. But we'll look at the O-line real quick. They're showing hi-hat, and you can see tackles are setting C-gap, washing by. But you can see the guards in the center are the ones that are going to release. They're showing hi-hat. And just like our double screen, he's going to release to kick. Center is going to release to lead. And the backside guard is going to rat kill and turn back for anything that's following. So right here, here's the kick. Here's the center coming for the lead. And then here's this backside guard. He's going to circle screen. You're going to have something to get the defense flowing that way a little bit, and usually with a swing. And with the swing, there's always a chance to throw it out there. But you can see here's the kick right there. Here's the lead. Here's the rat kill about to turn around. Trevor Lawrence keeps getting depth. You want to keep getting depth on your screen. He's throwing it off his back foot, giving him ground so that he doesn't get smoked. Easy throw again. What I would say is I'd probably rather him run a little bit of an angle or something or work out so that then his momentum's going out. Then he can come back in right there and catch it. And then he can get in back out. But right there, the way they do it, catches it. There's the kick. Just gets just enough of him. ETN's able to break that arm tackle. A lot of space right there for a big play. There's the lead right there. Center was kind of peeking. He didn't want to have to block somebody for 2 or 3 minutes. Got a license to miss, so he can just run. And there's ETN out in open field, creating a big play. Here's a play from Clemson. Just a real simple RPO, and they had ran it earlier in the game. I couldn't really tell if Trevor Lawrence was reading or not, and they handed the ball off because this backer kind of hung. But what they're running their outside zone with a base back here, so they're doubling there up. They're basing those guys, trying to reach outside shoulder. And we'll play it real quick. This backside, he gets a little stutter release, but then he gets a 3-step slant. So it's not a bang post, but it's a 3-step slant. So there's 1, 2, 3. Right here, Trevor is rolled the mesh a little bit. He sees that he's stepping up, and he likes his space here for the slant. Doesn't have to throw it on time. That can't let him get in on that backer too far. But right there, you can see all the space that Trevor Lawrence is seeing. He's not able to get out there. So he lets it go right there. Really good catch by number 10. Not the most accurate throw by Trevor Lawrence, but gives him a chance to catch the ball. He sees a lot of space, throws it out there. Easy completion. Real simple RPO that I've seen a lot of teams, and we use quite a bit on the backside of stuff. We're looking for that space. Right here, knowing that there's one high safety, we're definitely reading right there. If it's too high, you're just kind of looking for space right there. And there's a lot of space. Beats him on the slant. Corner gets outside leverage. Good catch there by the receiver. Here's a play from Clemson against one high safety. They're running an out with a bang post here, attacking these seams, attacking the flats. Of course, against the one high look are going to be the places you want to go. Right here, obviously, it's going to be man-to-man. This outside receiver's job, he's got to beat this guy. He actually leans and bends and tries to get his hips open outside so then he can break back across his face into the seam. But we'll play it real quick and see exactly what takes place. All right, so there's a straight drop by Trevor. They got their half-man, half-slide. He's about to break out right there on that man. He's already got outside leverage, but he's going to lean a little bit more, try to make him feel like he's going to the fade before he goes back across to the post. Right there, you can see him start stemming outside a little bit more. Then he gets a good stick on his outside foot. Once the corner's shoulders get open, now he's going to break back across his face to the middle of the field. Trevor's eyes already slide over there to that side. Must really like this matchup. As soon as that back foot hits, he has a little transition. Trevor steps up, drives it on him. Safety's deep. The jobs that we talk about right here with this route, the corner's got to beat, or the outside receiver's got to beat the corner, and the quarterback's got to beat the safety with his eyes, with his pump, whatever. On the other side, they're running something pretty similar. Looks like maybe a little bit of option route or a hitch right there by the inside receiver. Just occupy that underneath defender and then let that bang post with a lot of space towards the middle field work, which right there they get a big completion. Not the most complex route, but again, one high safety. You know where you want to work, seams and flats. That's where they end up working. Really accurate ball right there by Trevor Lawrence. Puts it on his body so he can protect himself against that safety. We have this play on here just basically to show Trevor Lawrence and how accurate he is, especially in the face of pressure. Right here, Chase Young is actually all over him. Clemson's running a smash route, which they end up throwing the corner. They've just got a arrow right here. He's coming in. The outside receiver's coming in, running an angle corner on that safety, and the safety kind of gets lost. But this is not an easy throw if your feet are set. So right here, he probably could have taken that arrow route. That corner's off a little bit. Probably should have taken that, taken completion. But he lets it work. This safety kind of gets lost and ends up stepping down and giving that corner a lot of space over the top. And you can see right here, Trevor Lawrence rolling to his left, guy in his face, doesn't get to follow through, and makes an unbelievable throw right here, 30 yards downfield, right on the sideline for a big play right there. I believe they were down a couple of scores at this point, and this kind of led to them getting back into the game. But I just thought this was an unbelievable throw. Rolling to his left, pressure in his face, throws it out there, accurate ball right there on the corner, and just even able to find him right there with all that pressure in his face, and see that safety had kind of made a bad play right there and stepped up when he shouldn't have. But an unbelievable throw. really good, really good by Trevor Lawrence.